Meera and Ananya are gossiping over coffee. Meera dramatically says, Ananya, my life these days is a roller coaster. One moment I'm on top of the world and the next I am crashing into chaos. Students, did you notice how Meera described her life? Is her life literally a roller coaster? Of course not. So why did she use this image? What device compares two things directly without using like or as? Think carefully. This is a metaphor. A metaphor directly compares two things to add depth and meaning. Here are a few more examples that you would be able to recognize. Time is a thief. It doesn't literally steal, but it takes moments away. The next one, the classroom was a zoo. It means it was chaotic and noisy. Her voice was music to my ears. It means it was pleasing. Metaphors make abstract ideas more relatable by linking them to familiar things. Next, Ananya says, you think that's bad? I have so much to do. I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. Wait a minute. Did Ananya really mean that she is carrying the planet? What's this device called, where you exaggerate something for dramatic effect? Can you guess, children? Well, this is hyperbole. It's used to emphasize feelings. Here are some examples you might hear every day. Like, I have told you 1,000,000 times to clean your room. This shows frustration, not actual counting. And then the next one, this bag weighs a ton. It feels heavy but isn't literally a ton. Then the next, I am so tired I could sleep for a year. This highlights extreme exhaustion. Hyperbole grabs attention and makes emotions feel larger than life. Next, Meera says, oh please, my teacher is worse. Her sarcasm stings like a bee, but her voice is as sweet as honey. It's so confusing. Students, did you notice how Meera used like and as to make comparisons? What's the device called, where we use these words to compare two things? Can you tell me? This is a simile. Similes create vivid images in the listener's mind. Here are a few you might know. Her smile is as bright as the sun. It suggests her happiness lit up the room. The next one you might have heard, he runs like the wind. It means he is incredibly fast. Next, the cake was as soft as a cloud. It conveys how fluffy it was. Similes make language descriptive and relatable. Ananya now points at her phone and she says, this phone is haunting me. Its notifications won't stop buzzing. It feels alive. Wait a minute, children. A phone cannot actually haunt someone or feel alive, can it? What's this device called, where non-living things are given human traits? Do you know? Well, this is personification. It adds life and emotion to inanimate objects. Let's look at some examples. The wind howled in the night. The wind isn't literally howling, but it feels eerie. The clock mocked me with its ticking. The clock cannot mock, but its ticking adds pressure. The third one, the flowers danced in the breeze. Flowers cannot dance, but their swaying feels joyful. So you can understand that personification helps us connect emotionally to non-human elements. Meera grins and says to Ananya, buzz, buzz, buzz. Honestly, Ananya, your phone's taking over the cafe. Now, children, did you notice the word buzz? It doesn't just describe a sound. It imitates it. What's this literary device called, where words mimic real-world sounds? Well, this is Onomatopoeia. It makes writing more immersive. Here are more examples. The bacon sizzled in the pan. You can almost hear it. The door creaked open. It creates suspense. The firework went boom. It adds excitement. Onomatopoeia brings sounds to life in our minds. Mira says, and guess what? My mom found my diary and gave me a silent scream. You know that look that says 1,000 words without a sound? Like a silent scream, sweet sorrow, these phrases combine opposites. What's the name of this device, do you think? This is an oxymoron. It combines two contradictory ideas. Let's look at some more examples. Bittersweet, something happy and sad at the same time. Deafening silence, a silence so intense it feels loud. Living dead, a vivid way to describe zombies or similar ideas. Oxymorons make language paradoxical and thought-provoking. Mira, my parents were whispering about a big change coming. What could it be? Students, this is a clue about what's to come. What do we call it when hints are dropped about future events? This is foreshadowing. It builds suspense. Say, for example, the dark clouds gathered, warning of the storm to come. He looked at the cracked picture frame, unaware it would shatter that evening. The eerie silence before the horror began. Foreshadowing keeps readers on the edge of their seats. Mira says, ugh, I can't stop procrastinating. My messy mind makes me miserable. Did you catch that repetition of the M sound? This is alliteration. It creates rhythm and focus. Let's look at some more examples. She sells seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Big brown bears bask by the bay. Alliteration makes phrases catchy and memorable. Great job, children. Today you have uncovered metaphor, simile, hyperbole, personification, onomatopoeia, oxymoron, foreshadowing, and alliteration. These devices brings stories and conversations to life. Now go out and look for them in your favorite books, movies, or even memes. You'll be surprised where they show up. Thank you so much for being with me.